Hey, hi, Sanket.
Hi, good evening.
Yeah, thank you for joining the interview.
Yeah,
Uh, so, how are you?
yeah, I'm fine. What about you?
Yeah, I'm also great. Thank you for asking. So, shall we start?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. So, as you know, my name is Amit, and I'm working in the industry from past 10 years
Okay.
with the different organizations and setting up a quality gate for them, developing a framework or, you can say a tool for them and training them, their candidates or their employees. I'm training them.
Mhm.
So, colleagues,
Yeah.
yeah. So can you just tell me about yourself, the current roles and responsibilities, and the project you're working on?
Yeah. So hi, my name is Sanket Patil. I'm from Yavatmal. Basically, I have 1.5 year of experience, manual as well as automation testing. Like talking about my manual career, like in my organization, like I perform the smoke testing, sanity testing, regression testing, retesting. So I have good understanding about like SGLs and SGLs. And like talking about my automation career, like we are using a Selenium WebDriver in our organization to automate our web-based application. So I have good understanding about the Selenium WebDriver, and we are using a Java core programming language over there. So I have good understanding about like OOPS concepts. And like currently my roles and responsibilities like updating the POM classes, creating the test cases, test plans, execute the test cases.
That's great.
Yeah.
So, uh, so, can you just tell me about what project you're working on?
Yeah, so I am working under the healthcare domain. Basically, it is a provider like a hospital management module is there. We have worked under that particular module. So basically, we provide the management system to the hospital. Like suppose I am working under the user management module. Like suppose let's say when like a patient enter in that particular hospital, so they have maintained the each and every information related to that particular patients and assign that related to that particular disease. They assign the doctor and it will maintain the history of that particular patient. So that is the structure of that particular module.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's great. What do you understand by the SDLC?
SDLs, yeah, that is a stand for like software development life cycle. Like suppose when we are developing a particular software, we have to follow some certain rules. Like it start from the information gathering to the maintenance. Like information gathering, like suppose there is a business analyst, it will provide like it will create a SRS and DRS document. It will send to the developer. Developer will develop the code. After that, it will send to the testing team. So it will test that particular so it will go on like another process. It will go to the production, and after that, manage like maintenance we have to provide related to that particular so for that particular software.
Okay. So what process is getting followed in your organization, or I can say the current project
Mhm.
you're working on?
Yeah, so we are following the agile methodology. So like we are delivering the sprint wise delivery. 2 weeks of sprint is in my organization. We are following 2 weeks of sprint. In that, we have to complete the certain amount of task before the sprint end.
Okay, okay. Uh, so that's great. So as you said, sprint, right? So what is
Yeah.
the duration for the sprint?
So in my organization, 2 week of sprint is there. So in that 2 week of sprint, we have to complete that particular task that assigned to us.
Okay, that's great. So what about STLC? What do you understand by the
Yeah.
STLC?
So it stands for like software testing life cycle. In that also we have to follow some phases. Like it start from the test initialization testing, like a test case designing, test case execution. After that we have to perform the regression testing. We have to maintain the test plan, test summary report. So
Okay,
like this.
okay. That's great. So at current project, when you follow or when you start this STLC?
Mhm. So like after the smoke testing it happens, we have to like when initially build is stable. After that we have to analyze that particular sprint or analyze the particular module and create the test cases related to that particular module. Suppose like if there is a login functionality, so we have to as per the customer requirement, we have to write the test cases for that. Like whether it is working, like suppose in that particular only in that text box only allow like email is allowed, so we have to write the test cases according to the valid and invalid functionality for that particular module.
Okay, okay, that's great. Uh, so here, so what do you understand by the bug life cycle or defect life cycle?
Defect life cycle is start from when we found some particular defect on the module. Like I already told you, like I found some defect in the login functionality, so I have to raise that particular defect to that particular developer. So like when it is new condition, so developer has like three options in Jira, like defer, accept, reject. When a developer defer that particular defect, so it will like some minor kind of defect is, so developers say like it will we will update that in the next sprint. And when developer accept that defect, so it will work on that and send it to us. So after that we have to perform retesting over there whether our defect is get stable or not, or still it is defect. So and after that we have to perform regression testing. So after performing the regression, so it will goes in the closed condition.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So okay, so what do you understand by the if we say like black box testing technique or your test case designing technique? Do you understand?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What are
Uh,
there?
so there is a few technique we have to follow when we write test cases, like a decision table technique, boundary value analysis, equivalence class partition, error guessing. So
Okay,
with the help of like it is easy to us to write a test cases.
okay. So if I'll say, what is boundary value analysis?
Mhm. Like boundary value analysis, we have to check the boundary of that particular object. Like suppose in the text box only 0 to 10 digit is allowed. So with the help of like minimum -1, minimum +1, maximum -1, maximum +1, we can create a test cases as maximum we can, like so it is more accurate like build we can test for that particular text box. So for that, we have to use the boundary value analysis.
Okay, okay. So what about equivalence partitioning?
So it will check the object data type. We can say, like suppose there is a 0 to 10 digit only acceptable. So we can put 5 over there, 6 over there. So it will validate the data type like this. Or suppose let's say there is only alphabetical value is acceptable, like only capital letter are accepted, so we can put a small letter over there, like this.
Okay, okay. So what do you understand by the use case you told, right? Use case design technique. So can you just explain that?
Use cases.
Yeah, use case design technique you told, right? Like, or you can say a decision table based testing.
Yeah, like a decision table technique, suppose there is a offer is coming on that particular, like whenever the new user is come, so some application provides some discount on that, like for related to that we have to use like formula number of offers to the like 2 to the power number of offers. So it can related to that we can maintain the test cases.
Okay, okay, okay. So what do you understand by black box testing? When we people say black box
Mhm.
testing, so what do you
Mhm.
understand by that?
Uh, like black box testing means like functional testing. We can say that like basically checking the build with positive scenario as well as like with the negative scenario to generate the fulfill the customer requirement. Like when we are talking, like suppose let's say example of like login button or login functionality. So like as per the requirement only it accept the 10 digit value. So like when we are putting the only 10 digit value, so it will like positive scenario, and like when we are putting 11, 12 digit value, so it will the negative scenario. Like we have to check the application with the both the scenario to deliver the best quality product to the customer. And in that also we can follow the several coverages like behavior coverage, input domain coverage. When it comes to the non-functional testing, we have to follow like recovery testing. So in that we have to check with the like whenever our application get there is a connection loss, so it will recover properly or not as per the requirement. So that is the thing also there.
But again, these all testing you told. But generally, when we say black box testing, what does this mean actually?
Like black box testing is like come under the testing part only, like tester perform the black box testing to check that I can say like valid with the valid data and with the invalid data.
Okay, let's discuss a little bit. So when tester performs, when the
Yeah, yeah.
tester starts testing?
After first we have to go for the smoke after like
No, no.
initially build.
The smoke is also a testing, but
Yeah,
when the
yeah.
developer, tester starts testing.
In the SIT, functional like system testing and functional testing.
Okay, so I was looking forward, because black box testing is like when you do not interact to the code directly. So,
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, yeah.
so that is and black
Yeah,
box
that is
covers everything, right?
exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so you told a lot of testing. Let's discuss about that. So, what do you understand by the integration testing?
Like integration testing, whenever a new build is added into that particular module, so we have to test the module called integration testing. Like like
No, you are going right, but you are not able to explain it.
okay. Uh, like suppose there is a one new module is added in the particular application. Okay. So like there is a sub module is added. So in that we have to go for the bottom up approach. So to check the existing module is does not affect the sub module.
Okay. So you are testing between two modules, right? Main module
Yeah,
and
yeah.
sub module. You're
So
testing
yeah,
between those. So like
yeah, yeah.
you can say a data flow between sub module to
So
main module.
it don't affect the existing functionality also. We
Okay,
have to
so
check when the new module is added.
yeah, so that you can say integration because you're
Yeah,
testing the
yeah,
integration of two modules, right?
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you understand by system testing?
System testing, like in that system testing, we have to check the all the testing approach, like performance testing, security testing, functional testing is also there.
No. So you are confusing. So when you say okay, so what do you understand by end-to-end testing?
Yeah, end to end again, like checking all the functionality of the all the functionality of the application. So it is under the yeah, it is under the system testing.
Okay. So if I'll say acceptance testing, people generally say, right, acceptance testing or use case testing. So what do you understand by acceptance testing?
Like whenever a customer accept that particular build, so it is comes under the acceptance testing. Like when we develop like when we test all the functionality of that module, so it goes under the UAT phase. So in that we have to give the demonstration to the client. So it is whether on him it is like perfectly okay or not, whether our build is completely okay, so it will move to the production.
Okay. Okay. That's great. So you talked about a lot, your Selenium and also. What do you
Selenium.
understand by this Selenium?
Selenium is the first open source. Like we can automate the web-based application through the Selenium, and like with the different like languages, also we can use with the help of Selenium, like Java, Python, Ruby, C Sharp. Yeah,
So what you're working on? So
we are working on WebDriver. Yeah.
WebDriver.
Mhm.
Okay, so just a second, let me increase that. Yeah, so power is gone, but still I'm there.
Yeah, no
Uh,
issue.
so, okay, so what we'll do, you can open any ID you have in your system, okay,
Mhm, mhm.
and or any online editor and share your screen. So we'll go for a coding.
Okay, sure. It is visible to you?
Yes, 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 yeah. So let me write the questions for you.
Okay.
So I'll just write, your name. So it will be Sanket. Uh, so Sanket Patil, right?
Yeah.
So output will be, you just reverse it. Okay. So it
Okay.
will be, I think, LITAP space TEKNAT. So this is the output, right? So you can do that. Reverse the string first. You have to put the space, right? I put the space in the string.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, can you share the whole screen, not the window? I want the whole screen.
Okay, okay. Yeah, it is visible now.
Yeah.
Like I want to remove the space, or
No,
it
no,
is.
no. You can see that I put output also, right? So you have to
Oh,
reverse a string, okay, as whatever is given, and yeah. You should not use any function. So without using a function.
okay.
So you have to use the logic, not the function. And meanwhile, just I'm asking you, what does mean by string buffer?
So like it is a mutable class in Java. Like in that several methods are present. Like a reverse method is present in the string buffer. So that's why I'm using string buffer.
Okay, okay.
First, we have to find the length of that string. Oh, yes. One. Less than equal. Comes to the caret of I and h2 into the reverse. Change. Less than equals to. Actually, I'm little bit get confused. Yeah, I know the logic. Like you have to iterate the end of the index to the because
Okay.
directly reverse method is not present in the string.
Can you find the mistake?
Yeah, it is null, but not recalling. I know the logic. It is showing the null because we are taking. Yeah, it is present. Actually, I know the logic. I'm don't able to recall at this point because caret function will store the only that index and
It will not
reverse.
store. It will not store.
Yeah, it will allow like caret for that particular specific. Like first we have to iterate those.
Logic is somewhat is okay, but you find the mistake. Just one mistake is there. If you find it, might it will get solved.
String, we are storing the caret. Start.
So a little bit take your time, go through that. Okay, you will get that. So I don't know. Do you know? Just try to go line by line, debug it, might you find it.
str dot length -1, let's start from there. Like I greater than equals to this. It comes under the of I. So into the reverse. प्रोग्राम चालू करायचा. We have iterated to 0 for that. Yeah.
Okay.
Plus 1 चाहिए. Character language. That is like some silly mistake I'm making. No, there is some silly mistake I'm making.
That's why I said go one by one line and find it.
Yeah, that is correct. First, we have to create one, put it here, and iterate through. Let's see.
So if you see, you'll come to know. That's why you are using ID. That's what I told to use ID, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Line number 18. What could be better happen?
Yeah. So caret functions to like.
So what caret does that? Let's discuss.
So like in I, whatever value is comes, so it will hold that value, and
No.
char at suppose 5 is there iterating, so it will hold the index of 5 value character.
So I gives the number, right? It gives the
Yeah.
index. But
Yeah,
what
yeah.
caret does that? Caret means what? Can you just make it in a normal term or normal English, plain English?
Yeah, like store character, char at.
It's not a store, first of all. That's what you are
Yeah,
doing mistake. What it does that?
character.
So what it does that? To that character, what it does that? Is that store or is that give it to you?
Give it to me.
Yes, right? So
Yeah.
anything when it gives to you, from where it has to give? You still not got?
I know the logic actually, but
No, here you have to do, you're doing caret, but where that caret has to apply. So character at, right?
yeah, character at.
Character at. So where that character at? So in the string that character at. So you have to write str dot. Correct. Yeah. So this gives you, yeah.
Character.
So,
Yeah.
right. So
Yeah,
this
yeah,
gives you
yeah.
char.
Exactly. Character at. SDR of character at. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Sorry.
So now,
Yeah.
so still it Now you have to change little bit code, logic, make it proper, but yeah, still not, it will not work. But yeah, you do that. Now at least you'll get something value, if you do that.
Change str first. str1 1 1. Yeah, because we have to print in a single line, so for that we have to use print, not ln.
No, so I need you give me the reverse the string and give it to me. You should not save in one place. Return a value to me, like I give str, right? You return me that str123, you return me. So you are printing it. I don't want print. Save that value in some string and give it to me. Do you understand what I'm saying it? So I give it to you an input as a string, right? You are printing it. You don't print. Give me the value as a whole string again to me. So this is not the logic. This is just you implement it to do that. If I'll put a println, okay, I want it should print in the println. Just do that. Using a println you have to do, and give me the string back.
I want to use println.
You have to use println. So don't use print. So because you got the shortcut. So I want in the println to print that string. Reverse the string. You want to print in that way, not in the print.
So it is for character value. Like I have to return the value, correct? Return the string. I have to return the string.
Yes, you have to return the string. That is the question, right? Reverse the string and return the reverse string. So
no, like I'm not recalling at this moment. Like return keyword for the return.
no. So don't return it. Give me a string. Don't print the character. You are printing a character, right?
Yeah,
I want to print a string. You print the reverse string, not the character.
Okay. So it is now in the character. So I have to make it into the string character.
And as a whole, you print. Don't print one by one. It should print as a whole. Like I gave you at the line number 8 as a whole. You give me as a whole, So I you save that string in str. So suppose you save that, keep that string, give me that result. Give me the result string.
String db is equal to reverse, so that it can't reverse character. So it changed that value.
Okay. Okay, this is fine. I'll leave that. So let's talk about something for testing. So suppose you have to test. Just take some. I hope you would have used Amazon or Flipkart. So
Yeah, yeah.
you have to test the the
Check out.
checkout page. So can you tell me the test cases? Or what and all
Check
scenarios you will write it or test it?
checkout means what? I'm not getting. Like searching for some particular product.
No, checkout means the page where you have everything added. Now you have to check out. So once you check out, in that page, you get all the item added with the final amount, and then they will ask pay.
Like for that we have to check like whether that product is valid or not, like it is out of stock or not, or like it is present on that particular application or not. The size, like suppose I want to buy the t-shirt, so like the price of that, suppose it makes some offer, so like taking about the like calculation coverages, we have to check it is a calculation is perfectly match or not.
Okay. So
Mhm.
I think okay, let's make it a different way. So you did some hospital, right? Some
Yeah,
project.
yeah,
What is the project
yeah.
name?
Hospital management system, like T-Pharma is application.
T farmer, right?
Mm.
So hoping there, when the patient comes, they
Yeah,
will enter the form and they will save
yeah,
it, right?
yeah, yeah.
So now assume you have a system where you have to enter the patient details, and it will come up in one another page, all the details, right? A list of
Exactly.
patients,
Yeah. So there is
and
a 3 page of form we have.
right. So now you have to test this. So you have one form where all the patient details, and
Mhm,
another place you will get that patient listed, all the patient listed.
mhm, mhm,
Okay.
mhm.
So then assume like this. Suppose this is the whole database or something, you can say
Yeah.
that, where you have all the patient details. Now the
Mhm,
patient came, so you can say appointment page, we'll say, right?
mhm, mhm.
So you just put the patient name, you'll get the detail. So where you can find a patient, existing patient, using their name, their unique mobile number, okay,
Yeah.
and their email ID, okay. And
Mhm,
then once you find, you book the slot. Otherwise, if patient is not available, then you have to create patient,
mhm,
okay, like create patient first time.
mhm,
And then
mhm,
another page, as soon as you book the appointment, you get today's appointment
mhm.
list of the patient.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
now
I
you
got.
have to test this. Tell me the scenario.
Like when we are moving to the next page, so it is like fetching the data, we have to check whether it is validated for that particular patient or not, or it is getting to another and like we have to check the appointments, like the slot of the appointment, whether the particular patient assigned to that particular doctor, so it is like slot is perfectly matching or not. And after as you said, like appointment pages come, so in that also we have to check the time of that particular patients, like, and in that also we have like history management module also, like in that the all the history are show that particular patient. So whenever the like a new patient is come, so they have to fill the application form, like in the like there is a staff management module, in that they have to teach uh,
No, no, no.
uh, fill the details.
What I gave the scenario, you have to
Mhm.
just test that.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah,
two
sure,
page.
sure.
So one is
Yeah,
appointment page, another
yeah.
one is a list of the appointment page.
Mhm.
So tell me that.
In the appointment page, we have to check the like the appointments of that particular patient to that particular doctor if it is assigned. And in the the appointments that all the listed, the time, the schedule of that time also we have to check related to that, like that particular time will assign to that particular like patient. So like that we have to check the scenarios when the patient enter the login functionality for that particular user.
Okay, okay, okay. That's fine. Actually, I'm done with the round. Okay. So you have any question for me?
Yeah, like I have one question. If I am getting selected, what will be the like roles and responsibility?
Uh, so, uh, s- so we do not have authority to say that.
Okay,
So I'm, taking interview on behalf of your company. Okay.
okay,
So I'm
okay, sure.
representing them. So I do not have. So as a part of, general feedback, I'll say, so we have a procedure where we get the general feedback. So I was looking forward to, you can little work on your, coding and, be patient, do a debugging and get that, what is the thing. So
Yeah,
more
yeah, sure.
hands-on, I can say, more hands-on on the coding, right?
Yeah, sure.
And you can have a more detail in the, the concept actually. When you say it should be detailed, right?
Okay,
So detail looking like, or I can say be patient, hear that, and then explain it the things.
okay, sure.
You
Okay.
like, get so much tensed or stressed. So yeah,
No,
be
that is, yeah, yeah, sure.
okay. So yeah, that's all. So thank you for your time. Thank you for joining the interview.
Thank you.
Have a
Thanks
great
for
day.
your
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
Bye.